Hi, hello there friend. So it's time to talk about hand soap, something so random, but obviously it is kind of hard to find sustainable zero waste hand soap out there. So today I'm finally gonna do one of those reviews where I compare a lot of hand soaps together. So what am I gonna be looking at when I am reviewing each of these hand soaps? I'm gonna be looking at the packaging, the bottle, if I have the bottle, the scent options, and is the scent strong? What is the consistency of the soap itself? Does it make my hands dry? And overall, what's my rating? So I did want to mention that some of these products that I'm going to be talking about in the video were gifted PR products. I will let you know if a product was gifted to me just to be transparent with you, but I'm very excited about this. Let's get into Cleancult for our first hand soap. Before I dive into Cleancult, I do want to say this soap was a gifted PR product. All right, I've talked about Cleancult so many times on my channel. They offer carbon neutral shipping, which I really love, but let's dive right into the packaging. So all of their products come in these little cartons. They are liquid soaps. Cartons are mixed materials, so they're typically made of paper, plastic, and aluminum. So I have carton recycling. However, Cleancult has a recycling take-back program. So you can send all of your Cleancult cartons back to Cleancult and they will recycle them for you. The bottle is super high quality. I love all of Cleancult's bottles. They're made of glass and they have a silicone cover at the bottom. So this is perfect, especially when it's right next to a kitchen sink and maybe there's a lot of water on your kitchen countertop. There's the possibility of a lot of slippage. So the silicone cover just adds that little buffer. They have a lot of different scents, which I really love. I just got their lavender scent, which is pretty standard. I would say it's kind of a moderate scent strength. It's not super strong, but it's not very light either. So again, depends on what you're looking for. Consistency, this is a thick liquid soap. It does get pretty foamy. I would say it's not the most moisturizing hand soap, but it's also not super drying either. Again, it's kind of this in between for me. I'm gonna give this a solid 8 out of 10. I think this is a really great option, especially for people who are just looking to go from one liquid soap to another liquid soap. They did just come out with a foaming hand soap, which I have not tried, but I love foaming hand soaps. Ever since I started using them, I'm like, I feel like a child again. This is very fun using a foaming hand soap. So again, personal preference, but I have not tried it. But if you have tried their foaming hand soap, let us all know what you think of it. Okay, so let's get into Blueland. I have made so many videos about Blueland. I've also made videos about Cleancult, so I'll have all those videos linked in the description box down below as well. But Blueland is a certified B Corporation and they are carbon neutral certified. So we love when we see a company that already has those certifications in place. And let's talk about the packaging. Everything comes in compostable wrappers and most of their products are little tablets. So what's great about these is it comes in a little tablet, so you're not spending money on water and you're not taking into consideration all the weight of the water, all of that weight being shipped across the country or across the world, wherever the products are coming from. That adds to a lot of carbon emissions. So when we have small products like this, it's just a win-win overall. Let's talk about the bottle. I kind of have mixed feelings about Blueland's bottles. So I think they're great overall. However, I've had problems with them. Now they offer them as like forever bottles, but I've had spray bottles break. I've had the pump of my foaming hand soap bottle get stuck and not work. And then I've eventually gotten it to work. But I think there are better bottles out there. I love the range of scents Blueland has, and you can definitely smell their scents. I'd say strength-wise, it's kind of moderate to strong. I am a sucker for seasonal and holiday scents, and when it's the holiday season, they come out with seasonal scents for their hand soaps, and I love it. Consistency-wise, it's definitely a more watered down soap. It is completely different from Cleancult's soap. So obviously with a lot of foaming hand soaps, you're pouring all of that water into the bottle and it's definitely just gonna be more watered down. So it depends on if you like a watered down soap or if you want something really thick like Cleancult. It also depends on your bottle, I've noticed. Sometimes with Blueland, because it doesn't like foam exactly how I want it to, it feels more watery, but with like, I'll use the same tablet and the same amount of water in another foaming hand soap bottle with a foaming hand soap pump, and it just gets foamier and it feels better. I did notice my hands get a little bit dry when I was exclusively using the Blueland soap. Overall, I'm going to give Blueland a rating of, I'm gonna say a 7 to a 7.5 out of 10. Really love it. I think it's a great product and I love their scent ranges, but their bottles, I think you can find better bottles. Let's talk about Grove Collaborative. I bought this like a year ago at this point, so my bad for not talking about them sooner. They are a certified B Corporation and they sell their products at Target now, which is incredible. Let's start talking about the packaging here. It comes in an aluminum bottle. We know aluminum is infinitely recyclable, so we love aluminum bottles, especially when they're available at Target. I will say, this is their hydrating foaming hand soap. I don't think they have their foaming hand soap at Target. I think they only have their regular gel hand soap at Target, but let me know, clarify in the comments. I did not buy their bottle. You guys, I have so many hand soap bottles. I cannot buy anymore. I know I'm trying to review as many products as possible for you, but I can't keep accumulating all of these bottles. I was actually gifted Branch Basics and I love their Branch Basics foaming hand soap bottle. Love that bottle. If you have used Grove Collaborative's hand soap bottles, let us know in the comments, but I cannot comment on that one. Scent. So they have a lot of scents, and I will say this was definitely a stronger scent for me in terms of all the other soaps I've tried. This is probably the strongest one I've tried. So again, depends on if you're a fan of scents or not. And this was the lavender and thyme scent. I really liked it. And yeah, I would say it's definitely on the stronger side of scents though. Consistency, it's a really nice consistency. So obviously it's a foaming hand soap, so you add a lot of water to the bottle, and of course it has a nice foam because it's a foaming hand soap. But I will say it's not the thickest soap because it's not a gel soap, but it's also not super watered down. It's kind of a nice mix in between, but I also did not get their bottle. So the Branch Basics soap bottle has kind of markers on the bottle saying how much water to fill it up with and how much soap to fill it up with. So I just used that. Obviously, I don't know if it's different with the Grove Collaborative bottles. I don't know kind of the amounts there, but overall, I really liked the consistency, and it's a hydrating soap, and I will say my hands don't feel as dry as they do with other soaps. Overall, I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. I really like this. Let's talk about Petal. I am really pleasantly surprised. This was another gifted PR product. I love the packaging. It comes in a pod form. I'm still kind of on the iffy train in terms of pods. The bottle is aluminum and it comes in like this little can, the pods do, this little canister, and that is also aluminum. The bottle seems pretty high quality. I really like it so far. Obviously, I haven't used it for like years at this point to know if the pump holds up or anything like that, but I really like the idea of aluminum refillable bottles as a replacement for plastic. Glass is obviously not great for everyone. Scent-wise, they have 2 scents right now. No idea if they're gonna add more, but they have a citrus ginger and a lemongrass. And I got the citrus ginger, and I've never had a soap that had kind of a ginger scent to it. So I really like the scent of this. My hands don't feel dry afterwards. They don't feel like super hydrated, like I just used lotion, but they feel kind of smooth. I'm really pleasantly surprised by this. And they're 1% for the Planet members. So if you don't know, that's kind of like another way of me being like, yay, thumbs up to the company. Whenever they have any sort of like certification or they're 1% for the Planet members, I really like that. The consistency is great on this. It's nice and foamy. It's kind of this middle ground like a lot of the foaming hand soaps have. It's not like a thick gel soap, but it's also not too watered down. Overall, I'm probably gonna give this an 8, an 8.5 out of 10. I really like it. I honestly think this is a great option. I'm really impressed. Gelo, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, I apologize. But this was another gifted PR product. So let's talk about the packaging. Obviously it comes in this bag. I don't love things packaged in plastic, obviously. They want you to use 2 pods per refill. Don't love that. Now they have 2 options for bottles. They have a glass bottle. I have the plastic bottle. So they do have a handful of scent options, which is great. It's definitely geared towards more traditional consumers that like the big fun colors. They're also, I think, the strongest scented soap I have tried out of the bunch here. So if you love scent, that's something to keep in mind. And I also wonder if that's because I'm using 2 pods instead of just 1 pod. So something to keep in mind for sure. This is their sea mist scent. You know those like stereotypical ocean scents? That's what this smells like. Gelo's consistency is the thickest of all of the foaming hand soaps, and I really think it's due to the fact that you're using 2 pods per bottle. It's the foamiest of all the foaming hand soaps. It's really nice, and I will say my hands don't feel super dry after using it. I wouldn't say it's the most moisturizing one of the bunch or the smoothest feeling I've had. It does say it has shea oil and oat in it, but overall, I'm really impressed with this. I really like it. The only downside is this bag. I'm not a fan of the bag. Yes, it's gonna reduce plastic overall by refilling. Also, like I said earlier, like you're refilling water. This is not water, so you're not shipping water, which is heavy and creates more carbon emissions. So we love that, but I just wish the pods came in like a cardboard box. You know, that's all you gotta do. Overall, what is my rating for this? I'm gonna give it a solid 7. It's not out of this world, but it's not bad. I'd say it's pretty average. So overall, drum roll please. Who makes my favorite of all of these? Say if you're looking for a liquid soap, I do really like the Grove Collaborative soap because it feels not super drying on your hands. And then I also really like Petal. So I think the highest rated soap in this bunch is the Grove Collaborative Hydrating Foaming Hand Soap. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. If there are any other products you want to see big product reviews of, I know it's kind of hard to do like a deep dive into hand soaps, but with other products, I can definitely go into more detail about the products. So let me know what you want to see next. Stay tuned for the Eco Home series. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Just remember, you do not have to be perfect to live sustainably. Bye.